So AI, artificial intelligence, I talked about this in a couple different modules or lessons of AI, especially when it comes to like legal contracts and templates. So, and there's a list of resources here in the resources section that talks about potential websites you can look for free or discounted legal templates, contracts, agreements, all that stuff. There are like the amount of advances in AI is just amazing, and it's starting to get applied in the legal field too. Now, I know there are legal, whether it's, one of the AIs that you can plug stuff into and it'll deliver you a document, and you say, okay, I just want an NDA, and I want it, one side friendly or whatever you ask for. And there's also AI that is incorporated into word processing software like Word, that will draft contracts, make changes, all of that stuff, recommend things. And I've tested them, and some of them are pretty good. They're pretty decent, but there is still a lot of room for error. And so AI is not perfect. It doesn't have discretion. It only spits out what you give it. So if you give bad input, it'll give you bad output. Plus, it doesn't always have the most up to date, because the legal process is not just what does the law say, how is the law interpreted by various cases. There are cases that go one way or the other. There's a lot of discretion there. How does a judge interpret it? How do they enforce it? What state are you in? What county are you in? Is it a federal issue? Um, are there other things that they're not thinking about in this specific situation? So AI can be helpful if you use it for, a basic document generation, make basic changes to a document. That might be an okay way to use it when you're doing it yourself on anything. But I've gotten stuff back, clients or testing that I've done with it, and whether it's in a litigation context where it drafts complaints, motions, stuff like that, um, or even other more complex contracts where it's talking about stuff that it's a good point, but it's not true. Like it's okay, that doesn't apply here. And so an experienced attorney can catch that stuff, whereas AI is still developing its understanding. It may not catch all the nuances. So I would be very cautious with it. And, it's not going to be able to understand all the complexities of interrelationships between, okay, I'm dealing with this opposing counsel in court and this specific type of judge, and they want to see things a certain way. Or, there's been cases where attorneys have gotten in trouble by using Chat GPT to prepare paperwork for court, uh, because it cited case law saying, here's my argument and here's the law on this and here's the case that I'm basing it on. And it was not correct. They didn't take the time to read through and actually say, yes, oh, okay. The attorney didn't even read through it and say, okay, yeah, that case is valid or what they're saying is true. So you have to proofread, even if you do use AI for anything. Um, but I think it's definitely going to, start impacting the legal landscape and what you can get done on your own for free or low cost, which is not a bad thing. But always be very cautious because a lot of times it doesn't understand all the complexity. Just like anytime you're doing it yourself, if you go in to fix your plumbing, and you watch a YouTube video on it and do it yourself, or AI tells you how to do it, that doesn't mean an experienced plumber with 30 years of experience could probably come in and say, oh, you know what? Yes, that is one way to do it. But in this specific type of pipe that you have, that won't work. Or the specific weather you have or environment that I'm going to be back here in 6 months to fix this because what you did is only a temporary solution. So an experienced person in that specific field, at least for now, is going to be way up head and shoulders above AI and what it can do. So that's just on AI.